Welcome, welcome, welcome. You're in the right place at the right time. It is Tuesday, 5 o'clock Central Standard Time, and I am in Studio A, and my lovely co host is Bam over in Studio B. What's up, Miss Fiona?
Happy 420.
420? Is that what today
Yes,
is?
it sure is.
Wow. Ain't that a holiday or something?
Yeah. Well, it's a holiday before the real holiday.
We're gonna have to talk
Hmm.
about that a little bit more. Okay,
Absolutely.
yeah, the holiday before the holiday. I ain't sure what that means, but we're gonna find out today.
Okay.
We got a
Hmm.
lot of breaking news going on today. So I am just gonna jump into this. Let's get our opening monologue out of the way, and then we're gonna get our guest on the line with us, and we're gonna include him in this big celebration that's going on all across the country. So let's get started. First of all, let me give a shout out to all of the healthcare heroes that are on the front line taking care of all of our loved ones. We have people that have been sick and fighting corona for years now. We're going on the second year. And our healthcare heroes have been out there keeping them straight and keeping them alive and bringing them back to us whenever they possibly can. That is the reason why I wear this doctor's shirt so that I'm in solidarity to all of the healthcare workers that are on the front line. When we get it all clear, when they tell us that it's all right and we can go out and play again, I'm gonna do a wardrobe change, y'all. I'm gonna show up in a different kind of shirt. So, but until then, I'm gonna keep on doing what I'm doing in support of all of our healthcare workers. Also, I want to give a shout out to all the pastors that are on the front line, all of our pastors that are out there taking care of us spiritually. They are out there keeping us informed and keeping us up to date with what's going on spiritually. So I'm excited because I have a good spiritual leader. They are currently um, fasting, for an outcome that is going to be very positive of this breaking news that we have going on. In a little bit, we're going to talk about it. Just so happen to be happening on our day of our broadcast, and we're going to cover it and talk about it in a little bit. But if you don't have a spiritual leader, I would like to recommend Dr. Lloyd Michael Hunt. He has been with me for 30 years now, and I tell you, he is on point. He is on point. He keeping on point with what's going on out here in the world. If you're not familiar with him, you can scroll down on my live Facebook feed. You'll run into some of his videos, or you can go over to my YouTube channel. I've got an entire playlist devoted to his some of his old messages, and I tell you, you will be truly best blessed by the things he has been saying for the last 30 years. Now, if you don't know how to find my YouTube channel, let me tell you where you can find my YouTube channel. You can go over to ask-dr-ron.com. And when you get there, you scroll all the way up to the top. You'll see my Instagram, my YouTube, all of my social media. Just click on the tab. It'll take you directly to those sites, and you'll be able to find everything that we're talking about. You can go through all of the playlists. You'll find some old Ask Dr. Ron shows. You'll find some my Street News Now shows there. We do a broadcast. Every time I do a broadcast, I try and post it on my YouTube channel so people can easily find them all in one place. So you can easily go over there and find them. Also, scroll down on my website, and you'll be able to find all of my affiliates and some additional information on all of our other vendors. We need you to support our vendors. Port Against Sam, who brings in some of the best wine from all over the world. RRJ Webb, who helps design and build websites for anybody that has an idea or a concept for a website. He can help you build it. We also have other vendors on there as well. So scroll through, support our vendors. They make it possible for us to do what we do here. And we also have a vendor as a guest on the show today. Miss Fiona has brought in one of her special guests, and also other vendors. So tell us about your other vendors, Miss Fiona.
Well, the other vendor that I have is Kidtropolis. Kidtropolis is a child care center located at 8104 South Halsted Street in the south side of Chicago, which they are enrolling now children 6 weeks to 6 years old. They have a before and after school program. They're very in tune to the 2021 educational rules, so there's a lot of e-learning going on. And if you're interested, you can call. Their number is also on AskDrRon.com, or you could go to the website kidtropolischildcare.wixsite.com. And the other vendor we have, should I just do my introduction now?
Yes, do your introduction. Just bring them in.
Okay, the other vendor that we have is a young man named Narvell Benning. Narvell Benning, I met him, now that I think about it, was a long time ago, in the late 90s in undergrad. He was a basketball player and a very down to earth person. I After grad school, I started seeing what him and another friend that I know have been creating, and I was very inspired because it had a lot to do with children. And so I got in contact with him, and we've been keeping contact through that arena. And so I'm not going to tell you anything else about him. I'd rather him tell you himself. So Narvell Benning.
Welcome to the show, brother.
Kenny.
He didn't turn his mic on.
Hey, I
There you
appreciate it.
go.
Can you
There
Okay,
you
there.
go.
can you guys
Now
hear
we
me?
can hear you.
Yep.
There you go.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Welcome.
I'm Narvell. Thanks again. Thanks for the introduction, Fiona. And Dr. Ron, appreciate you having me on the show. I'm Narvell Benning, as the lovely Fiona, as Dr. Ron stated. Me and her, again, we've known each other, late 90s. Late 90s, 97, somewhere around there. That's late
Yeah.
90s. Same college, we both played ball, and been friends ever since. I'm the owner and creator of OYAB, a brand that was definitely made to empower the minds of people, the youth, teenage, adult, you name it. It's made to empower people to think and act brilliantly.
All right. Well, I'm so glad that you're here today because she been messing up this OYOB for the last 4 weeks. And I'm like, what
It
is it?
hasn't been
She's
that
like,
long.
she like, well, I don't know what it is, but when he get here, we're gonna ask him, and I'm like, okay, well, that's good. Well, I'm glad. So it's a platform to empower young people.
Not just technically young people, they're included, because we understand that, when you're young, you're the most impressionable. So it's made to get your mind right while you're young. So when you're growing to that teenage phase, the adult phase, you're going to be already brilliant and thinking and acting brilliant. So it starts from the youth.
Okay. Well, I totally agree with that. So, as you heard me say in the opening monologue, we have some breaking news to talk about today. The first thing I want to talk about is the fact that the jury came back with guilty on all three counts of the Shaven trial. And this guy should be going to jail for more than 2 years because, each one of those charges, carries 25, 40, 10, so he ain't going to get off with a slap on the wrist. And in court, not long ago, within the last hour, they put handcuffs on this rascal and drug him into the back. He went peacefully, of course, but I think that we cannot go live without addressing this or talking about it because this is like current news right at the moment. And I don't know if you've been following because you're in Texas, right? I don't know how much they've been giving you all any media on it down in Texas, but they were boarding up stuff in Chicago, okay? Because if the wrong verdict had came in, it was going to be a long night for a whole lot of people. Okay. So
Mhm.
down there in
Yep.
Texas, they probably gonna ride for the wrong reason because they're gonna be like, God dog, they got one of our boys again. You know, how can we survive if they keep locking us up for a little bit of nothing? Okay.
Well,
No,
is that
no,
where he's
look,
from
notice
too?
the head movement when I say that.
I
A
see
little
you.
bit of nothing. Okay.
Isn't he from there though?
Huh?
Was is Floyd's family from there?
From
George
Texas,
Floyd
yeah. Floyd,
family?
Floyd's family is, yes, but not
Oh,
Shaven.
okay.
You know, I'm talking about them Cowboys that probably like the fact that Floyd got bumped off. Because everybody that wear a badge. And I'm gonna say this out loud. I always get in trouble, so I might as well get in trouble again. Them boys that wear a badge, man, they look for the day that they get to bump off a black person on duty. They live for that. I got me one, y'all. Y'all ain't got y'all's yet. I got me one. You know, so I'm glad, publicly that this person is found guilty on all three charges, and it
Mhm.
came back in what 10 hours.
The report.
Yeah, the verdict came back in like 10 hours. They went
Mm.
they deliberated 4 hours yesterday, and I think another 4 hours today. And they're like, okay, we're ready. You know,
But I read earlier today, like a couple hours before the verdict came in, that even though he has been charged with all of that, that he probably would only do 12 and a half years. What
That's
do you
crazy.
think?
see, you just gonna take
That's
all the wind out of everybody's sail right now. Only like you just like only 12 and a half years.
No, I'm okay because okay, if we could talk street talk. If a
Go ahead.
person on the street gets killed, if a person on the street gets killed, they get 25, I know factually. And then this person, this police officer, just because he has a uniform on, you get charged with seven, was a second degree manslaughter and murder, but you only get 12 and a half years. I don't, only 12 years is nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
yeah, not for the killing of someone. It's
yeah,
killing of a human being.
yeah,
No matter if you wear a badge or not. You kill a human being, no matter who it is, you get the same verdict across the board. That's how I personally feel about it.
yeah. And
Yeah.
and to a certain extent, you're correct because in state charges, they usually give you 2 for 1. So for every year that you serve, they count it as two towards your sentence. So if he gets 20 years, he'll probably wind up having to do 10. If he gets 50, he should do 25. So it just depends on what
That's
the
crazy.
actual sentence is because
Hmm.
2 for 1 in state has been around for a long time. Now, if you go to Fed, you're gonna do 3/4 of your time. If they give you 100 years, you're gonna be there at 75. Okay,
That's
Hmm.
right.
so it's a different serving of your time depending on fate, state and or federal. So and it's you can't overlook the fact that a man died, publicly,
Right.
you know, and the person that has been found guilty in this is, um, he didn't have no remorse. I've been listening to reports on this for the last hour when they said the verdict came back. During his entire trial, he had no remorse, no ill will towards what he did. No, not like, oh yeah, I'm sorry, I really didn't mean to kill him. It was an accident. None of that. Okay.
Mm.
This guy, he just like, and so what?
He he may be used to doing things like that where it doesn't phase him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Condition learning.
yeah, and that's true. And it's I am glad to see the Floyd family get justice. I'm very happy to see that. It will not bring their family member back, but justice so
Hmm.
far has been served. Okay, so far.
Did
Yeah.
you think he was gonna get off when they awarded the family that much money though?
Yeah. I figured the fix was in. I said, and I listened on and off to the trial. I didn't listen to every, day of the trial because I got a life and I couldn't sit there and do that. But
Mhm.
one of the things that I noticed that the prosecution presented a very, very skillful, presentation.
Mhm.
They put enough information in the jury's face that it was almost difficult for them to overturn, what the defense tried to do. The defense tried to come up and say, well, he was just performing his duties,
Right.
so what, he died. Okay, he was gonna
And
die anyway because he was on fentanyl. That ain't got nothing to
yeah,
do with it,
right.
nothing to do with it, and had he not choked the man to death, he might have lived another 50 years because who's to say he didn't go down the street and walk into the Pentecostal church and get delivered from fentanyl that day, but you
You feel
stopped
me?
him. Okay,
Mhm.
so you can't say how a person's biological deliverance is going to come about. Yes, I said that out loud. There are plenty of people that are walking around right now with all kinds of dependencies and issues, alcohol, drugs. But when the biological clock ticks and you reach a certain point, okay, I can't do this no more, and then you just
That's true.
added another, like cigarettes, okay, you know, um, any number of addictions you can walk away and get delivered from at any given time and add another 30, 40 years onto your life. Okay. So I'm just gonna
Mhm.
throw that out there. So the excuse that they was trying to use, that he was doing fentanyl and he had a weak heart. Look, he could have had a heart attack, lived, and never touched anything ever again that could have caused him to get sick and die.
True.
Okay. So that's
Very true.
a hypothetical that they didn't think about, you know, because I'm gonna tell you
Hmm.
something, in most families, especially black families, they got this thing called a praying grandmother. Okay. And when your grandmother is on her knees praying for you, anything is possible that can happen. Shout out to all the grandmothers, okay?
Yeah.
Right, right.
Because I thank God for my grandmother, because no telling where I could have
Mhm.
wound up at if it wasn't for my grandmothers, plural. You understand what I'm saying? So,
Mhm.
Hmm.
everybody knows the power of a praying grandmother, okay? And if you don't, you better ask somebody.
And other things besides prayers are beating. I don't know about you, but I've got
Right.
those.
Oh,
Me too.
oh, hey man, look.
Some
Yeah.
things need to be
I,
seen.
I tell this story about my grandmother. It's so funny. My grandmother had the biggest hands in the world. Now I know this due to this camera, they look big, but my grandmother's hand looked like Godzilla's hands. Okay, they was big. Okay,
Mhm.
so my grandmother came to visit with us one time. She lived in California, and we had this little small front yard. Okay, and as a little kid, I don't even know, old enough to get in trouble. We was out there playing with the garden hose. Okay, so I'm gonna pick up the end with the squirt gun on it, and I'm gonna spray my grandmother with the water hose. Okay, my grandmother reached down and grabbed that hose pipe and squeezed it, and not a drop of water came out. Okay, then she started laughing, right? Then she snaked that thing so hard it smacked me upside the head, right? I said, I
Mm.
don't want to play no more. I went in the house.
Bet you won't do that again.
I did not play with grandma no more ever
Mm-mm.
again. Okay.
So one thing I wanted to add that a friend, after the guilty verdict was placed in, a friend of Sandra Bland gave a comment, and she was just saying how her feeling, although it was bittersweet that the family won't be able to see George Floyd again, or Sandra wouldn't be able to see her family again, she knew that. that they won't see them again, and that he's standing 6 feet under, so that it's the justice that she's looking for. So while it's bittersweet, at least it's something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's still tough to swallow though, to be honest with you, because you have so many cops or so many people in general that just get off because of their financial status and things in life, knowing that they did the crime. No matter if it's a cop or a person that has an amount, excuse me, a whole bunch of wealth, I should say. They get the best attorneys and do what they do. They can do the crime and they'll still get off because they have people in their pocket that they're paying. So is the justice system really fair? If you really think about it from that standpoint,
It's never fair. There's
not at
no
all.
justice for us. No justice for us. It never has been, and it never will be. Okay,
Unless
we've
that
discussed.
constitution
Yeah,
changed.
yeah. No, it's not. It was never
Right, that's what.
designed for us. Okay,
Hmm.
the justice system was never ever designed for us. Okay, so y'all need to just understand that up front. Okay, it ain't for us. Okay,
Hmm.
we are the most misused and abused by the justice system. Because they like, well, you are included in the Constitution. No way. Okay.
And then it goes back into, instead of looking, always pointing the finger, there are three fingers pointing back at us. It also, for me, goes into say, what are we doing about these things? If we know that the justice system is not for us, should we all be putting into like a good lawyer system, or you know what I mean? Like, what is there something that we could all come together to build instead of just tearing each other down or just going with the flow?
Well, I'm gonna say this. I think we need a do-over with the justice system. Um, we need to first of all realize if we have to abide by the same rules that they don't have to abide by, then they need to change the rules universally. And it's a lot of codes and a lot of things that are targeted just for us. I look at in Minnesota just last week, the police officer fired a gun at a young man and killed him because of a fear factor that she had because she was involved in a traffic stop with a black person. Okay. So she needs to, first of all, not be a cop. Okay.
Hmm.
And second of all, they need to neutralize this fear factor. They need to stop meeting up in the whatever the officer's room that they before they hit the street and saying, that black people out here on the street and we got to protect ourselves. Y'all be careful. No, there's criminals on the street that you need to watch out for. Don't just target black people and make them all guilty of something, guilty while driving black or guilty while walking while black. You guilty because you black. No, stop that. So we need to reprogram how people look at us and not automatically make us guilty of something, and have a fear associated with it. So the system needs to be completely tore down and revamped, you know.
True.
And until they do something like that, it's going to be um, continuation of what we got, you know.
And it's also going to be more time for people to do 420 activities.
All right, now see how she worked that in. 420.
It all works together.
What is 420, Miss Fiona? Tell us about 420.
420 is a noun, okay? And it is used to refer to marijuana or to the act of smoking marijuana. It is considered an occasion for smoking and celebrating the smoking of marijuana, which thousands of people smoke marijuana.
Got a question. Got a question.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
So specifically, it said smoking marijuana. So what about people that do edibles? Are they included in that?
Oh, absolutely. because it still has THC, and THC comes from the plant.
Got you.
So
Got
you're in the
you.
family,
Right?
brother.
Okay.
You're in
He
the
I'm in
said,
the
family.
family.
"Welcome."
You're in the
I'm in the
family,
family.
brother. See,
I'm in the
you
family.
got in by the hair of your chinny chin. Okay, you
That's
in.
the smallest thing that
Yeah.
happened.
You know, see, I tell people proudly, I'm not ashamed of it. I'm from the
Hmm.
'70s. We had good weed and good sex all the time back in the '70s. Okay, and I was so glad when they legalized marijuana because I had stopped smoking street marijuana because it was just gone bad. They came out
Mm.
with this stuff called skunk, and it smelled like a skunk. Okay, I couldn't do it. I was like terrible. I'm like, it smelled like a skunk, you know, and I couldn't mess with it. So, so now when they came out with this government weed, baby, please. I was so glad. I went out and paid money to get a card. I can walk
Hmm.
around, have prescription marijuana on me at
Yep.
any given
Wow.
time. So I do
Yep.
edibles. I was so glad because government weed is fire. You
It's
hear
different,
me?
and you get a discount with the card.
Not really. I just get the good
Okay.
stuff. Because see, you got to
Oh.
understand. See, in Illinois, when they legalize it, a lot of people don't know this. I'm finna educate y'all. Y'all better teachable moment here. People that are buying weed over the counter, they're getting the same thing as over the counter weed. But when you have the medical card, you're getting prescription grade marijuana. So that's just like the big difference from getting a Percocet, or getting a Tylenol.
Mm.
Okay, it's still good, because they don't have to smuggle it into the United States or anything like that.
Hmm.
It's grown in Illinois because Illinois can only sell Illinois products,
Which is
edibles,
crazy.
and hey, it's cool with me. You know, the
Well,
mother and the father of these seeds all came from the same place. Okay, and they got a whole scientific way of growing this stuff indoors that I promise you would not be disappointed at all. Okay, at all.
yeah.
Okay, so you know,
It's a Your teachable moment is very teachable because in saying that there's marijuana that is grown in Chicago, there's marijuana that's grown in everywhere, but the best marijuana would come from where the sun is dwelling in the plants. So that's why in Mexico and all the hot countries, it was a big deal about marijuana being more potent and better because it was closer to the sun. So California weed, sorry, marijuana.
but see, they don't grow it outside in California. Everything right now is grown under armed guard in some type of building somewhere. Okay, so they don't. You might find civilians growing weed outside and stuff like that, but
What do you mean?
like people that are not in the business. Okay,
I'm definitely talking about like the business aspect.
yeah. So the
I
business
don't think I.
aspect of it, they got these like giant, vaults that are secure with armed guards, that people are growing, and actually by the time the regular consumer gets a hold to it, they don't even have seeds in it no more. They have taken all the seeds
True.
out so that they can continue growing over and over. Don't ask me why I know all these things,
Wait,
but
you know what's funny? I'm gonna tell a story real quick if I don't mind.
go ahead, go ahead.
Like one of my aunts. I'm not even gonna say her name because she's on Facebook, and if anybody's watching, they know who I'm talking about. She even know who I'm talking about. I remember being young, and I forgot how old I was, maybe 8, 9, and she smokes, and she took me in the car with her to go buy some weed, and obviously it came in a manila envelope. It was so much weed in there, like she paid $5 for it. So she got it was about this big. I don't even know if y'all can see me. It was
Yeah,
about
we
this
can see
big.
it. We can see it.
It was so much weed in there. As a kid, I'm like, I didn't really know what it was, at 8 or 9 years old. She didn't smoke it in the car or anything like that. But now, growing up and then getting to know what weed is, and buying a nickel bag and a dime bag or a quarter, quarter ounce and so on. The sizes and everything.
You do.
I mean, I do because I've been around it. We all grew up in the hood, so we've been accustomed to it. Mm-hmm. So it has drastically been diminished, the amount that you get for the amount that you pay for.
Mm-hmm. That's totally true.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't need as much because it's constant. That's why I say the science behind it now is altogether different than just growing it as a civilian. You can do it as a hobby. People grow everything. They grow anything indoors now. But the science behind making these, products that are for sale over the counter, which is what's being celebrated today on 420, the celebration of 420, is, far potent than anything that you can get just throwing the seeds in the ground outside your window and hopefully they grow up. Okay. Because, it's they call it a weed, but it's a very finicky plant. Don't ask me how I know this.
Caribbean.
Yeah, I've been around a long time, y'all. I done tried a little bit of everything, but I couldn't get it to grow right. Okay, so I stopped trying. I was like, I'll just buy it. But and
throw the disclaimer in there.
Yeah. Because I don't want them breaking down my door trying to find out where the plants is at.
Right, you still doing it.
Look, you get burglarized for everything in Chicago, and he got weed plants. We going over to his crib and break in.
Right.
But what about the car? We don't want the car. We want the weed plant.
Right.
Right. But
so can I ask you?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Do you feel? Okay, I'm just going to tie this into, as you said, I did before. However, okay, do you feel that when doing edibles or whatever you do for your relaxation, does that make you creative?
Wait, me or
anybody? Either or.
I'll answer.
Well, she said edibles, so that meant you.
That meant me. So check it out. I'm gonna say this, and I was talking to my wife about this. I kid you not, the other day. I always try to, have my me time. This is before me doing edibles, to think to try to create product, to design, and I'll be staying up like 3, 4, 5 o'clock at night, just constantly doing stuff. So took an edible. This shirt came from that. I kid you not. And this is a shirt that did very, very, very well. And it's still doing very well. Mm-hmm. So about an hour and a half in, I'm eating it. My mind goes to just thoughts of t-shirts and the sayings and designs. And I'm like, man, I said, why does stuff make me, it's like it unlocks another part of my brain. It opens me up to think more and think on a different level than what I'm used to. So that's my story right there with that. So
okay, so since that's your story, tell us, when you intended this process, where did you see it going? What was it about? I know, I am OYAB. What is that an acronym for? I know it means something other than just some letters on a website.
I am OYAB. OYAB stands for obviously young and brilliant.
See, I know that's something.
Yep, obviously young and brilliant. And it's crazy. It started in Chicago.
Really?
A lot of people don't know. Yeah, I was with a group of friends. We went down to the Taste of Chicago. This was in 2009. That's when it was established. And we used to use the term for something else. I'm not going to say it. But OYB stood for something else. And then when we were in Chicago, we were in the crowd and we were saying it, and it kind of caught on. So we we should do a t-shirt like that. And from that point, I went home, flew home probably the next couple nights out, was in the, my home office, just thinking about what can I say as far as what will be able to sell in department stores. Again, stayed up to 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. At this time, I didn't have any edibles because I wasn't into it. And then I created, I was like, obviously young and brilliant. And it just came to me. And I was like, whoa, That's deep. And from that point, it just took off. It just took off. So from not just apparel, but just in the line of me getting into, and I don't want to jump all over the place, but in the line of me getting into things to promote positivity for kids to see an image of themselves on a book, like a book I wrote called The Kid with the Golden Shovel. Of course, with apparel, motivational speaking. I do OYAB basketball training. Like, it's just a mixture of everything that I'm involved in to keep people thinking the right way and pushing their, doing and giving their all into being brilliant. See, when people automatically think of brilliant, they be like Albert Einstein or Stephen Hawking or whoever it may be.
Dr.Ron.
Okay. Dr. Ron, like seriously, like
Yeah.
brilliance doesn't have to be the people that the media put in our face.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying? So people can be brilliant on any level that they choose. Just because it's not publicized doesn't mean it's less brilliant than the other person.
Exactly.
So I want them to, I had to instill that into the people that I train. Like, it's not just basketball. It's thinking and acting the right way. Handling situations, keeping your head up when you go into these games, being strong, being mentally tough. So it's an array of things that the OYAB umbrella fall under.
hmm Now, I have a whole bunch of questions.
What's up?
Go right ahead,
How
Miss Fiona.
how often do you personally wear your apparel?
Honestly, I try to wear it every single day. Now, let me tell you this story. Not even this story, but I'm from Buffalo, New York. We moved to Texas 2016, so we've been down here a little over 5 years. Well, it'll be 5 years in May 26th. I try to wear a brand, something local from my hometown every single day. So I'm constantly either purchasing local products from people in Buffalo, because Buffalo needs to be on the map. A lot of times people think of Buffalo as a farm area. I don't know why. It's Buffalo, New York. It's just the fact that we're in, the upper part, upstate New York, and you got we're not rural at all.
No, it's the blizzard capital of the world.
It definitely is, and that's why one of the reasons why we moved down here too. But yeah, I try to wear something local. But yeah, of course, the majority I wear me just about, I would say, at least 4 to 5 times a week. I have some OYAB apparel on, and people ask me about it, because I have to wear my product. Because if I don't wear my product, what do I stand for? What does it stand for? You don't even wear your own product, and you're trying to sell it. I don't get that.
So let me ask you this real quick. I know Miss Fiona's got the table right now, but we're gonna ask this quick question. Now, when I was in Buffalo, they like to take credit for establishing the Buffalo wing. So, do you agree or disagree?
I 100% agree. And Buffalo has the best wings in the history of the world. You shaking your head, Ron? You're shaking your head.
I just knew you was gonna say that.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Look, I unfortunately had the opportunity to get stuck in Buffalo, New York, with a blizzard. Okay, so that's why I know about the blizzard and the buffalo wings, boy. People couldn't even get to the show because the show was like snowed out. I mean, like, nope, we ain't doing it. We ain't coming out. So I'm like, well, what can you do in this town when the snow comes in like this? And they like, nothing but eat buffalo wings. We're famous for that, right? And I'm like, okay, we'll find out.
Yeah.
So I knew that was the highlight of your hometown. Okay.
And you know what? People, what I've noticed down here, everywhere I go, they don't do blue cheese. They do ranch. And I'm trying to figure that out. Like, where do you get ranch by dipping in a wing? It was originally blue cheese. So you go to a restaurant. I mean, I don't
Buffalo, man. Everybody ain't been to Buffalo.
I don't eat meat no more, and I do miss the crunchiness of the wing. Let's just say the skin. When you dip it in the blue cheese, I miss that. I'm gonna be honest, but I don't eat meat.
Yeah,
but
I don't either. So I don't have a problem with that.
That's good stuff. I do miss it though, but I'm not gonna go back and get it. I do miss it.
I don't know. I don't miss it at all. If I want
Yeah.
blue cheese, I just get blue cheese,
Yeah.
Go ahead,
I
Miss
hear.
Fiona. I know you still got some more for your buddy here.
So you guys are making me hungry. That's what's going on.
Oh, Lord.
Wings are delicious. So you said that you have a book. Can you tell us a little bit about that book?
Sure can. It's called The Kid with the Golden Shovel, and it's available on Amazon.com. The book was actually created from a picture of my son. Actually, I took a picture of my son. He asked me to paint a shovel, a little plastic shovel that that you would take to the beach. The little kids plastic shovel. It was green at the time, so he was like, "Dad, this is when when we're in New York." He was like, "Dad, can you paint this shovel for me?" And I was like, "Cool." So we went outside in the backyard, got the spray paint, painted it gold, let it dry, and the next thing I know, when it dried, he held it up in the air like this, and that's why you see the picture on the cover of the book, him holding the shovel up like this, and also inside in the back of the book, it shows the actual picture of him doing it. So I'm sitting there, I seen it, and he had that pose literally, I kid you not, probably like 30 seconds. He was just holding it, not even looking at me, looking in the sky like this. So I was like, and I snuck a picture. So I immediately looked at the picture and I said, "The kid with the golden shovel," and it
Mhm.
automatically rung. But I didn't write. That was in like 2000. I'm thinking 10ish, 11, somewhere around there. Um, I wrote the book 2 year, yeah, 2.5 years ago, November 2018. I had all my ideas, formulated, but it comes from a real place. It comes from my old neighborhood, my grandmother, and my grandfather in it. There's real pictures in it, but in a cartoon format of the area I used to play basketball at. The sandbox I used to play in, and it's a real great story for kids to travel, to adventure, to explore, because they actually go around the world meeting other kids, and talking about their culture and things of that nature. And it's a cool book for kids to just not be in one place if they've never traveled before, just to get out in the world and experience other things.
So, Dr. Ron, I remember last week you wanted to know about those characters in the on the website.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did. I asked her, I said, what do those little, characters mean? She said, I don't know. So I'm glad you're here to clarify that for us. Hello? I think I lost everybody. What just happened here? Y'all stand by. We got technical difficulties going on here. We were at a very important point here, and I think I know what just happened. Okay. Y'all excuse me 1 second. We got technical difficulties going on here right now. My power supply just died on my Skype computer. So let's do it like this. Y'all stand by 1 second. We're gonna get everybody back on the line. Okay. Give me 1 second here. We're gonna get everybody plugged back in. All right. So y'all stand by. Y'all bear with me 1 second. Y'all hang in there. Don't go nowhere. We're in the middle of a very informative interview with Mr. Narvell Benning.
Hello?
And he's going to be right back on the line with us in 1 second. Okay, we got Miss Fiona back. So, Miss Fiona, you stand by.
Okay.
And we're going to get Mr. Narvell back on the line with us in 1 minute here. Let's see. There he is. Where did he go? I just saw him. There he is. Okay, now we're going to add him back in. You still there, Miss Fiona?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Y'all stand by. Don't go nowhere, y'all. We're getting everybody back online right now. Hello, hello, hello. Can anybody hear me?
I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Okay.
This on my
All right.
phone.
Y'all stand by. Y'all stand by. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, unbelievable. My laptop just died. Okay, the power cord popped out and it died. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're gonna get everybody back online here. 1 second. Okay, we got Miss Fiona. Can y'all hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, all right. I see you, Miss Fiona.
Okay.
You stand by. Narvell, you still there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We can't see you, but we can hear you.
I don't even know. Let me check. Let me see something. Just say the video.
Okay.
I have no clue.
All right, we working on you here. Hold on, you stand by. Okay, let's see. What do we got here? This is what y'all call real live television, okay? Because we working on this here. Trying to get this to work out right quick. And I got Miss Fiona. I don't know where she went to though. We had
I'm
her
right
for
here.
a second. You there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see. We got technical difficulties, you all. So y'all stand by. We're going to get them back on in a second here. All right, here we go. Let's get this one up. Okay. There he is. Okay.
All right. Can y'all see
I
me?
see
Hear
you.
me?
I see you.
Okay.
But I'm trying to get you into the program now. Let's get this back up. There you go. Okay. We got a lot of stuff going on here. Y'all bear with me. Y'all don't go nowhere. It's gonna be all right in a minute, y'all. 1 minute. Okay, there we go. We got Narvell back. Okay, so now it's Miss Fiona. We got Miss Fiona back.
Okay.
All right, Miss Fiona, you there? I see you. Can you see me?
I can't. I don't know if mine's still frozen or not.
All right, hold on. We're working on it.
Okay, there it is. I just don't see me. But I'm here.
All right. Okay.
I see you.
All right, let's see. Miss Fiona. You got to get your mic straightened out. Hold on 1 second here.
Okay.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay. All right. I can hear you, but I'm hearing too much of you. I'm working it out, y'all. Give me a second.
No worries. It must be
Okay.
information
We
overload
got a
then.
little feedback on Miss Fiona here. So let's see what's happening with that. I'm not sure what's going on. Okay, Miss Fiona, say something. Miss Fiona?
What's the weather like in Texas, Narvell?
Okay,
It is today is like 7. It's only 71. Like only 71.
Only.
just like a little 71. Something like that. It's hot though.
Jealous. It was snowing, like Dr. Ron said. Dr. Ron?
yes, I'm here. Hold on.
Okay. It was snowing. It's snowing today.
Okay.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
in April.
That's ridiculous. My mom said it was cold in Buffalo.
Yeah.
That's Chicago weather.
That's how Buffalo is too. My mom, she said it was like 75 one day, the next day they had snow flurries. I'm like, I don't miss that. I don't miss it at all. I wear shorts just about every day, and t-shirt, besides today. But You know,
I don't remember.
drive around with my sunroof open, and the sun just shining down and the breeze. I ain't trying to make y'all jealous, but I'm just being honest.
That's just shade all the way. You just. I'm saying here in a sweater still. It's some boots.
Man, I need hot weather. For real.
It becomes a lifestyle.
Yes, it is.
Mm-mm. Well, this is such a teachable moment right now. I really appreciate you coming today.
Yeah, definitely.
And having us. And
this was called stalling. Stalling when you're having technical difficulties.
When you.
Yeah.
Dr. Ron, he said, I was, and I hope you forgive me for messing up the acronyms. I was trying to say.
I got everybody back.
Oh, it's all good. Don't worry about it.
Okay, we are back on the air now. I just got to straighten out Miss Fiona's feed. Let's see. I got to get rid of this one. Okay, Miss Fiona, you still there?
Yes.
Miss Fiona?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Okay. All right. I think we got you.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. Yeah. Yes, I can hear you and I can see you.
Cool.
All right. Okay, take two. All right. So you were going to straighten out the confusion on some of the things that we were talking about.
Well, the last time I talked, it was something that you were saying you wanted to know about
Ms.
the characters.
Fiona, I cannot hear you for some reason. Okay.
Hello?
There you go.
Can you hear me?
Okay.
Hello?
Hold on. Yes, hold on. Stand by. I'm trying to straighten out one more thing here. I see. Hold on. Let's see. All right. I can see that's my stuff. All right. Okay, Miss Fiona, say something.
Mic check 1, 2. Hello.
Oh, where'd you learn that
at? Practicing. in a later life, I'm gonna be a rapper.
Mic check 1, 2, 1, 2.
I've been practicing. Dr. Ron, I've been practicing, right?
Is that what you call it, being a rapper?
Yeah. Well, that's the beginning. You gotta know how to test the mic, right? I know I can't sing, so gotta do something on the mic.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So I see you, Fee. I don't see Dr. Ron though. You still working out the technical difficulties side of it?
Let's see what's on.
And I see you too, and I don't see me.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I'm here. We are all on the air. We are doing this live and in living color. We are doing this live. Everybody is seeing all of this fix. We're fixing this fix for everybody to see it. Okay, this is how how we're trying to make this work.
And it's okay. It's a Dr. Rondo.
I'm gonna try one more time to get Miss Fiona back into the live stream.
Why are you giggling?
All right, let's go with this one. There she is. I found her. Now I found you. Okay. All right, Miss Fiona. Okay.
You got me?
All right, say something, Miss Fiona.
Hello? 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 Hi.
Yep, I got you.
Okay.
Okay, keep talking. Don't stop.
There I am. I see myself. Okay.
You still there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Look.
Dun, da, da, da. We got it.
Hello, everybody.
We got
Hi.
it. We straightened it out. Yep, we
I
straightened
don't
it out.
see
Okay.
I don't see y'all though. I only see Fee and me. I don't see
Okay.
you, Doctor.
So now look, I know we kind of had a major mix up on the audio, okay, and the video, technical difficulties, unforeseen problem. We're getting close to our time to quit, but guess what? We're gonna go over, okay, because I'm going to need to hear some information from Norval, okay.
Narvell.
Norval is going to have to tell us
Jamaican name. He told you to Jamaican.
Narvel,
Narvell.
Narvell. Okay,
Yeah.
accent, then separate the two. You should have put a dash in between there.
Hey, that's my
Narvell. Okay, got it. So now I promised everybody on last Sunday that you were going to tell us something about Miss Fiona from the college days. Okay.
See the T? The T.
I got you.
Okay, so what do you got? What dirt you got for us that we can have fun with Miss Fiona for the rest of her life? You got to give us something good.
Some dirt. Oh my goodness. Woo. Nah. Everybody got dirt in college, but you know, Fee. I don't recall dirt with Fiona, to be honest with you. I'm
No.
just I really don't. Um, no, I don't want this to be taken the wrong way. I think Fiona had the most prettiest eyes in college. So her eyes was, I was like, man, she got some real pretty eyes. And I never knew they was real. I thought they was fake. I always thought they was fake, but that was really about it. She played basketball. We had fun. We partied, and everybody got along great. From what I can remember, and that's pretty much it. But no crazy dirt though. No crazy dirt.
Man, you have
None.
just disappointed everybody in Chicago. I
Hey,
just want you to know that.
listen,
You
Chicago
know,
got to be disappointed, Ron. 'Cause she
I'm like, man, I'm like, old college buddy too. Oh man, I just knew it was gonna be something that we could
check this out.
use on her to get her back in line every time she acted up.
Check this out. There's this one video I got. No,
Uh
I'm
oh.
just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Look
Uh
at Fee's face
oh.
like.
What?
Uh oh.
What?
Uh oh. Hey, bro, we'll talk
What you
after the
talking about?
show.
What you talking about? No, there is one video. I will say there is one video that is out, and it was me, Liz, and Kim. And I will say, rest in peace to my friend and my
Rest in
old
peace, Kim.
roommate, Kim. She was one of the people who was killed in the Pulse club. Uh, but me, her, and Liz did this little Kim video, and I was like, oh my God. And one of our college buddies posted it on our Facebook, and I was like, you couldn't hide that. That was the only crazy thing I can remember.
Oh wow, I ain't see that. Where was that at?
Oh man, I told him I something. This was in one
Wow.
of the halls when they had like some party, and me, Kim, and Liz did like I said, that little Kim song. I did not know the lyrics, and I was just singing, and it was embarrassing after.
Wow. Little Kim video. Okay.
I gotta check that out.
Yeah. All right.
It's somewhere floating.
So now that we got Fiona to tell on herself, let's go back to the answer to the question right before everything went stupid. Okay. Technically. So you were describing or telling us the story behind the characters that are on your website, and we know about the golden shovel. See, I didn't think I was paying attention. It was a golden shovel. I caught the golden shovel. So now you gotta give us the rest of the story.
Okay, without giving too much of the story, let's just say this: the characters As a kid, and I'm quite sure I heard this before, is that maybe your parents or your grandparents told you that if you dig deep enough, you'll get where. Like if you're in the sandbox or you dig deep enough, you're gonna get to China. I've heard that. I don't know if y'all heard that before, but so his first stop, in the book, he digs and he goes to China, and he meets a character. It's on my website. His name is Bao, Bao. Talks to him, like I said, I can't give you too much of it, but he talks to him and he gets to know him, and he leaves room for, a thirst for more. So he leaves China, he goes to Africa. He meets Asha, and he meets her, talks to her, and from Asha or from Africa, he goes to Spain, Barcelona, Spain, where he meets oh shucks, I forgot his name. Forgive me. What is his name? I forgot it that quick. That's crazy. But
that's the edibles, bro. They have that
effect
on people. It is terrible. 420, okay? Come on now.
I feel terrible with this. But the character in Barcelona, Spain, he played basketball, and I got the let's see, the idea from the Dream Team back in 1992 when they played basketball in the Olympics, when they won the Olympics. So he from Barcelona, Spain, he goes to India. He meets Orja, and he meets Orja, who's she's an Indian, and she's on an elephant. I'll tell you that much. She's on an elephant, riding the elephant, and from that he digs and goes back home and tells his grandparents about the story. And it's so cool because it allows a kid that's never been anywhere to go to a whole nother country, because we know how kids' imaginations are. Each person, each character in the book, their name means something very, very special. So I'm going to throw this out there too. If his name is Yaraz, now it comes to me because now Oyab, obviously young and brilliant. You have Orja, you have Yaraz, you have Asha, you have Bao. So the names is Oyab, like my brand. And each name they have a certain distinct meaning of their name to their culture. Okay. So I try to let people figure that out when they read the book, even at the kids, because I want them to think along the lines of like, mom, dad, or whatever it may be. Oh wow, his name starts with O, just like the O in OYAB, And it's a very inspirational, I think very motivational, and part 2 is coming. I'll say that. Part 2 and 3 is coming. Okay. I will say that.
So this is just all in one book, in one part?
Yep, that part is in one book.
Okay, gotcha. Yep. All right, so where can they find the books at? I know we got your website listed here, www.iamoyab.com.
Yep, that's the website. But if you click the link on the website, it'll take you directly to Amazon to purchase the book. So you can go to Amazon.com. People, everybody in this world today probably have Amazon Prime. And you can type in The Kid with the Golden Shovel, and it'll pop right up. And you can order it like that. Great reviews. Kind of happy about the reviews, all 5 stars, and it's a beautiful thing.
Well, good for you.
Thank you.
I have to correct you. Not everybody has Amazon Prime. Too cheap.
Listen, Dr. Ron, when they start allowing you to buy weed from Amazon, I bet you'll get Amazon Prime.
No. I still got bootleg cable, man. How you gonna tell me about trying to spend some extra money? I'm tapping in off my neighbor through the wall, and I ain't really got to do nothing but hit the Wi-Fi, and I'm in. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
Yeah. So since you wouldn't give us nothing dirty on Miss Fiona, Miss Fiona, you gonna give us some dirt on him?
Hey, listen, don't worry about it. If it is what it is, if it is what it is, say it. We're grown right now.
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know. I wasn't really like, all I know is that he was the point guard for the basketball team. Whatever that comes with, I never heard anything bad about or knew anything about
Oh
Narvell.
my God. What school did y'all go to again?
We went, all right, well, let's talk about that. We went to a small college. It was called Takeo Post at one time.
Yep.
Now it's called Post University. Um, to be proud of that, we were like the first minority class to come through that school. And so
And
it was a
y'all
lot.
didn't clown? Y'all had a responsibility as the first minorities to go to a school to leave your mark on that school. They didn't
I
tell
think we
y'all that?
did. I think we did. It's
Oh,
Yeah,
just
okay.
yeah,
Y'all
we
acted
did.
too good.
it's
Man.
just some things need to be left in the past.
Oh, y'all
I
ain't
can,
saying.
I can agree with
Ah.
that. I definitely can agree with that.
Ah, I got you. So you can get clothes, you can get books. What else do you have to offer on your website?
That's pretty much it for right now. Apparel and the books, or the book, which it soon is going to be part two, and then part
Okay.
three.
All right, good, good, good. Well, I know we had a little technical difficulty. I'm hoping everybody got a chance to express themselves with what they had. Do you have anything else for them, Miss Fiona?
The last thing would be what advice would you tell up and coming authors or entrepreneurs?
What advice? Okay. For me, to be honest, with the book, it was trial and error. It was a lot of research on how to do things and how to connect with certain people when it comes down to the editing, proofreading, which falls under editing, uh, getting the right person to do your characters, you name it, the spacing. It's a very detailed process. See, I thought, and I'm gonna keep it 100. I thought you write the book, you type it out, put your characters on it, you throw it on Amazon. I was woken up,
Mhm.
big time. It is a process, and it is a very detailed process. But don't give up, because you have in anything in life, keep going no matter what. You keep pushing, you keep, having that brilliant mindset, and you'll definitely get through it. But it definitely is a process. It's somewhat tedious, but once you get it, you got it. And from that point, it's to the sky and past the sky to the universe.
Mhm. Well, I'd like to congratulate you and applaud you on having a success story. I know it's not easy when you're learning as you go, but I applaud you for sticking with it and hanging in there to receive a level of success that you have.
Appreciate it.
And and all your contact information is on your website. They can reach out to you there.
Yeah, everything is on there. Social media and all that. Everything is
Okay.
on there. Um, well, if no one knows, my Instagram is, the at symbol IAMOYAB. You can reach me on Instagram, Twitter, the same. They call it at whatever it is. On Facebook is just obviously Young and Brilliant. That's the business page, and it's to me it's a major movement, and I stand by it, and I will continue to stand by it. And anyone that's doing any great things in life, I kind of give them their light, at the same time still, promoting my brand on my page as well. So check it out, and I appreciate y'all having me.
All right. Now I already got your second series, man, that you can get started with.
You said you.
Old and Brilliant.
Uh
Oh, yeah, yeah.
oh.
It don't stop, right?
That's funny.
Hmm.
But you know what, man? Being old is a mindset. We know that. We got to keep our mind young, on point, because the mind is the first thing to really go, you know, in life. The older you get, the more you stop remembering things and so on. We train our mind to be on point. We'll always be obviously young and brilliant.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Well, I have a very interesting philosophy about old. People don't understand that the opposite of old is dead. So I'll take old any day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because I ain't trying to be the other one. All right. So it don't bother me to be old. I'll take it all by myself. All other people can be eternally youthful and all them other things, but I'm getting old. Okay. And I'm keep on getting old until I ain't here no more. Okay. I'm just going to leave that right there. You know? you know. So, Miss
Mm-hmm.
Fiona, did you get everything out of him that you needed to get out of him? He wouldn't rat you out, so I'm kind of disappointed.
Because you know what, honey? There's nothing to rat out.
Oh wow, we're gonna have to keep digging. I know y'all have
Wait.
some other people in that college. We're gonna get some white people on here. Let them tell the story.
Oh, we have teachers and all of that. I will.
No,
No
I didn't say
problem.
teachers. I didn't say teachers.
Well, what do you mean?
They're gonna lie for you every time because they ain't gonna want to be the ones that say like, no, we didn't teach them right. Well, look, we are a few minutes past our normal shut off time, and that was because we had technical difficulty, and I did not want to shortchange the story that we had going forward. And I feel like we got to the root of the matter. Miss Fiona got a chance to ask her questions. So before we get out of here, it's customary that we ask our guests, what would you like to leave with the people before you get out of here today?
What would I like? With the people. Great question. For
He
everyone
gets
to
nervous,
be.
boy. See how he start fidgeting and stuff, like
Now
you
that's
know.
my thinking. That's when I start thinking. Since I don't have an edible with me right now, I gotta
Now you got to get a
So,
cognac instead.
but look, see, y'all gonna think I'm the biggest. Like I don't even drink no more.
No
I don't even
more.
drink.
Notice he put that no more on there.
No more.
Man, it'll be 3 years soon.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Wow! Congratulations.
Appreciate it. What I would like to leave the people, don't pay attention. This is very key. Don't pay attention to how the media portrays us or you, because it's always going to put us in the light of us doing bad. And and I'll say this real quick because I know we gotta go. Now on my phone, I constantly get notifications of certain news stories. I don't watch the news, but I'll get my notifications. And every time I get a notification, if it's a black person, they show them in a mugshot looking like this. If it's a white person, they show them smiling like this in the mugshot. Every notification it never fails. And I started screenshotting them just to see if it was just me noticing that. So what I'm getting at, if a kid watches that all the time, it's going to be conditioned visually in their mind that we're bad and we don't want that because we're great. But in the minds of, let's say white people who's looking at that, who, will look at us as a threat, they're constantly fed that and they constantly believe that. And I think that's where a lot of things are happening in this world today because of the media. If a story is told the correct way without, making someone look, as look worse than what they are, and elevating another race, it's always going to be lopsided. It's always going to be lopsided. So when you look at the media, look at how they portray us and ask yourself, is that how you act?
Mm.
And stay brilliant. OYAB.
Well said, my brother. I appreciate that. Shape the minds young and keep them positive in the direction they should go in. I just made that up. All right, Miss Fiona, we got to get out of here. Don't go nowhere. You stay right there. Narvell.
All right, Dr. Ron, appreciate you.
Stay right there, man. Don't go nowhere.
Okay.
Stay right there.
I got you.
Miss Fiona.
Yeah.
Great guest. Thank you for inviting him on the show, introducing us to him. Good job. I'm gonna pay him some money after we get off the air so I can find out what the real dirt is.
What the real dirt?
I know he didn't want to say nothing, but I figure if he bribe easily, I'm gonna get something. So Go ahead.
He just to also add, it's very humbling because his brand, you know, as watching him on Facebook, his website and stuff, his brand has reached Asia and Ireland, and I think another country that I've seen on there. So even in that, his for me and just being inspirational as a black male and trying to give the positive attitude is what I definitely appreciate. And anybody who does that type of work. I appreciate that from a lot.
All right now. And she only said that because you her classmate. Uh,
There's not that many of you know. I'm just joking.
so what you gonna leave us with to get out of here this week, Miss Fiona?
I would say continue to have a good week and stay positive and always smile. Everything is not always what it looks like.
All right now. Well, we appreciate you all coming out to be with us. We thank our special guests all the way from 71-degree weather down in Texas that he rubbed in our face a couple of times, but we appreciate him anyway. We'll be 70 soon, maybe in about 3 more months, but
On a consistent basis.
but keep up the good work, and I like to encourage you all go check him out. Also go over to my website ask-dr-ron.com. There is a listing right there on the website that'll take you right to his website so you can find all his material and begin to support him. We've got school teachers on the line. I see Dr. Katrina, she just chimed in. Clarence, he just chimed in. So these are all people that are about education. So you all go check him out. He's got a positive story, he's got a positive product, and it's geared towards anybody who's interested in a positive message. So be sure and go over there, support all of our vendors and advertisers. Please click on their tabs, go and support them. They make it possible for us to be on the air and do what we're doing. And we're going to get out of here. Look, we're going to throw this up right now. Peace and love, y'all. We want y'all to support us, make donations. We need your support. Please support us. We need you. You see, I don't have no problem putting all my information up there. If you can steal this information and make more money than me, good luck. But I put all my information up there so you all can find me and make contributions. We need your support. All right. And we're going to see y'all next week.